Hi guys, welcome to another episode of HermitPack. Sweet. So today, what I want to work on is getting started with refined storage. And in order to do that, I took a look at the recipes and I saw that I was going to need to make some sticky pistons, which needed slime balls, and I didn't have any. So what I did was I took a little trip way over... I didn't do that one because it was in the middle of the water and I didn't have a way to pillar up to it. So I went way down to this slime thing down here and I gathered all of the stuff that was on it, slime blocks and things, and I made myself some slime boots, which are really freaking cool. When combined with the slime sling, I should be able to get like, wait, woo! Oh, that's crazy. Okay, but anyway, so that's like the funnest thing ever. And so I got myself some slime balls, and all is great with the world. And I started on trying to get the things I need together. I made this solderer, which is what I needed the sticky pistons for. And this quartz-enriched iron is just iron and quartz. So I made one of those, and now I'm working on, because see, it says it needs to be connected with a controller by being placed adjacent to it. So cool. So then I started working on this controller. I have the diamond, I have the quartz-enriched iron. The silicon, you just smelt some quartz like this, and it gives you silicon. So I made a couple of those. Let's see, in this machine casing, I ought to be able to make that. I haven't made that yet, right? Good. Okay, so there's my machine casing. And if we come back up here, so that means I should have everything I need, right? Yep, good. So now I have a controller. And I think that's the one that probably needs to be powered. Which is fine, because we set that up last episode. And the other thing I wanted to mention about... because if you remember at the end of the last episode, my power looked like it was filling up. So let's look at this energy cube. That's what that was called? Yeah. So I had made this advanced energy cube, and it was filling up really fast. So I upgraded it to an elite energy cube. So we already had the advanced and gold and energy tablets we already made together. Now these reinforced alloys were pretty simple. We just needed to put our enriched alloys into the metallurgic infuser guy here, and then put diamond dust in this spot. To get the diamond dust, I had to make this guy here, this crusher. And it's really simple. I used my pick, I took this out and put the crusher in its place, and then just stuck a diamond in, it crushed it, and then once I had the crushed diamond, I put the metallurgic infuser back and just made it up, and it was pretty simple. So yeah, making that elite energy cube was pretty simple, and I've got it up there right now, and honestly it's probably full because those wind generators are amazingly efficient. Yeah, so now that I want to put that back, let's put you back. Now that we have a controller and a solderer and some cables, I ought to be able to get started making the rest of it. Now the goal here is that I've kind of set up my main crafting station here, but I want to move it inside. Like I'll move this inside, that crusher inside, and a lot of these materials inside. Excuse me. Because I really only want to have this space here for Tinker's construct. I wasn't intending for this to be my main crafting area. I want it to be inside the base so that, you know, we use the inside of the base. That's the whole point. So what I did was I created this little station here, which I thought was really kind of cool looking. And I plan on just sticking a bunch of machines along the outside here that are used for creating things, and running my power into the middle, and maybe having the power come down so that they're powered from the back. And this here is just a white stained glass pane. I thought that looked really kind of cool as like support thingies there. Okay, so then the other thing I realized when I went to think I was going to put all that together was that I don't really want the power line dropping from the middle of the ceiling down. And for some reason that's how I set it up last time. What I need to do is run it so that it runs probably right behind this block, and then down in the floor and up into this. So that's kind of the goal right now. And if I remember correctly, this was the block we fell down on. So if we count, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 16 and 1, 2. 16 and 2. That's what I kind of need to go over from where we fell down at that one time to try to get it to run behind that pillar. So I'm going to have to go out and let's see if I can slime sling up there. That ought to be a really good time. Let's try that. Slime sling. Pew. I don't know if that's ever going to get old. That is awesome. Okay, so here we are. So down in we go, and it was this hole here. I'm pretty sure is where we were at. Anyway, close enough. It'll get me close. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many did I say, guys? Oh, I don't even remember. I'm so bad at this. Math is hard. I'm just gonna dig a little bit and see if I can't get close. And I know it was only 2 over... Oh, good. There we go. I can just look at my ceiling. So, yeah, honestly, it should have been like 1... Oh, ow, ow. Whoa. What is hurting me? Ow. That is... Oh, it's those bees up there. They go... Oh, that is so rude. Gosh, I hate bees. Okay, well, let's see if we can just dig down fast enough to get away from them. Ow, leave me alone. Ow, quit it. Yep, there we go. There's... I didn't remember it, but I must have subconsciously remembered. See, there's they are. Gosh. Okay, so we're going to run that power line down this here. Let's see. Let's just kind of come back up like this and knock that out. There, now we can jump up into here. Okay, so the idea then is, ow, quit. I'm trying to think. I probably want to move this over to here, maybe? Or just have a power line running from this over to there. Like, I think I'm using up a lot of power lines by having it go like this. So why don't I, oh, it is full, actually, too. Ha, crazy. Okay, we gotta start using some of this. So why don't I take this and move it over here, because I think just having it come straight off of this line would be a lot easier. Maybe just put it there. I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, so then I'm gonna take out... Oh, does that not work? Oh, I get it back. It's just really slow. There's probably some sort of tool I'm supposed to use for that, isn't it? But I don't know what it is. So give me a second to rip all these out. The digging is done. I ran all the cable down through the hole, and then I made a little hole up underneath the base, which should probably be lit up so nothing spawns down here. Yeah, that ought to be good, because the glowstone and the floor helps out some. So, yeah, that ought to be fine. I'll just throw one over there for good measure. Alright, so now the cable comes to here. I have 7 left, which isn't going to be enough to get me over there, so I'm going to have to make some more. But it comes out under here into this little station. And so I thought I would start placing some of these. So the controller, I figured... And I'm not sure if I want to set them in one. Like have them inset into the thing. Yeah, I think that would look best. So let's just put down a temporary block and put the controller. They probably also have to face a certain direction, don't they? So let's come out of here and place it, because I want it facing this direction, just like that. Okay, so there's the controller, and then this thing has to be next to it. So let's just stick that next to it. And then, of course, this guy is going to have some power. So why don't we head out and make a couple more of those cables before we get going again. Now I can connect the cables to the main power source, I believe, like so. I'll bring it out and then down like this, which means I can't get out. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to work around that. No, so we'll bring that down like so. No, yes. Can I connect you? It's gonna come down like that, right? Yeah, good. Okay. And so then we have to get it from over there to over there. So I guess we'll just run it like this, just for simplicity's sake. There, and we're all connected up. So that should mean that that controller now has power, but I need to find a better way to get up out of here now. Nope, can't take that out. What if I just delete this block? No, that doesn't really help me any. That's a temporary block, right? Yeah, so then if I take that one out, I should be able to get out of here? Yeah, good. Okay. Alright, so now, do you have power? Okay. Well, let me figure that out, guys. I think the problem is that this thing only outputs from the top. So let's see if... Oh, well... I think I need that tool to make it not connect there, right? Hi, quit bees. Alright, I still don't see that green... Like, this green line, I think, means there's power running through it. And I still don't see that on this. So maybe that still isn't the right side for power? And that looks like the top, right? Is that not the top? Okay. I'm not honestly sure what I did, but I made this wrench and I clicked on this a couple of times and now the green energy lines are flowing from both directions. So that's good, I suppose. Fine. I hate not knowing what I did because I know that's going to come up again and I'm going to have to try to figure it out again next time I have a derp moment, but for now, we'll take it. So I should be able to go back in here then, and yeah, okay, cool. So I can actually see now that this guy has power. To make this process easier, I think I'm going to move my full crafting setup I have down at the Tinker's place up to here, which means I'm going to need to move some of those chests. So I'm going to make this empty sack of holding, which will transport a container within its contents. Okay, I need 1 and 2. 2 ought to do it. Yeah, let's just make 2 for now. And head out and go grab those couple of chests I have out there, because I'd like to be able to just craft all the things that I need up there at our new station, because I'd like that station to be the central area. So let's see. That I'll leave down here, but this chest for sure has like my quartz and diamonds and things in it, so I'll go ahead and grab, oops, how do I do it? Oop, yep, cool, so it's shift right click. Alright, and then this one has miscellaneous kind of stuff. I don't think that I'll really be needing that one, but this one has my redstone and stuff in it, so why don't I go ahead and grab that one too. Okay, cool, so now we've got both of those. All the rest of this is really just tinker stuff. Yeah. What do I have in here? Oh yeah, let's grab that iron real quick. That's gonna be good. And I got nothing in there, so that's fine. Okay, so that stuff can all stay out there, and we'll move this all to the inside, because I think the next thing we need to make for our refined storage system is a grid, because then I can then turn that, let's just place them back down right there. Oop. I didn't really intend for them to combine, but okay, fine. I'm gonna move it all later as soon as we get the storage system set up, so it's not like it's that big a deal. Okay, so now grid. Let's go back to that. Grid. And it's this one here, just this basic grid. And then I want to turn the grid into a crafting grid, because I just want to be able to craft from it. So there, oh, yeah, I keep forgetting we need to switch to here. So there, there, and there we go. So that should be everything we need for this grid. Sweet. Alright, now to turn it into a crafting grid, it needs an advanced processor, which is a printed advanced processor, which is just diamond in the solder. So we can do that, like so. And then once we have the diamond out of it, it's going to need another one of these printed silicons, which is just silicon, easy enough to have. If I had 2 of these solders, this process might go a little faster, but I'm not terribly worried about it. I mean, it, you know, is what it is. So let's see. Let's get back to that, and add that. Cool. So honestly, this mod isn't too bad to get started with. It's pretty simple as far as, you know, getting the materials ready to go. It's just slightly finicky in getting the different materials in and out or whatever, you know, just to make the same piece over and over again. But there we go. And then let's switch down to here and pull up that crafting grid. Oh, we'll need a crafting table. Do I have some wood in here? Oh, but I have wood in my main inventory. I just saw it. Okay, so let's just throw that together and have that. Cool. And then crafting grid. Oops. Did I not do that right? Crafting grid. Oh, because it needs to go on the solder. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. Crafting grid and crafting grid. Sweet. Okay. And now I think I ought to be able to just put that next to the controller, I'm assuming. And it ought to show up and work. I don't know. That's my hope here. Because if it doesn't work that way, I'm going to have to figure it out. And then once that's going, I think the next step is going to make banks for it. I think it needs banks, I'm pretty sure how it is intended to work. So there's my crafting grid. And so if I put that crafting grid next to this, oh, yep, good, it lit up, nice. So there's the crafting grid, and here's the stuff, but I think that it has no room for stuff right now. Search, sorting, direction, display. Like if I try to put something in there, yeah, no, you can't put anything in there yet. Okay, so that means it needs the banks. I'm pretty sure this thing. No, that's not what it's called. Well, let me real quick figure out how to get this next part of it set up. We're going to need some drives, and we're going to need some storage disks. So let's look at the drive first, because I think that one is easier to make. So here we go. There's the disk drive, which is just a chest, a machine casing, and one of these advanced processors. So we'll just need to throw another silicon in and another diamond into the solder. So there's a diamond to have. And while that's working, I'll make a chest real quick because we're going to need that. I think we might need... The disk drive needs chests too, I think, but we'll just pull that all out for now. And that's done, so let's throw in a silicon. And while that's working, we'll get one, so we need 6 to 8 more of these, and we have 2. So, let's add that. There. Oh, no, we need more. And like so. I'm just concerned about wasting what I have as far as that goes, which is why I don't just make a bunch at a time. Let's see, let's pull that out, and then that should give us machine casing. Oh, that has to be done down here. Yes. Machine casing, add items, machine casing. Good. And then I can come up here and actually add those. Oh, nope, I don't have the advanced processor yet. So that's what I need to make now. And why was it saying I didn't have a chest? I have a chest. Oak chest. Like, really? It has to be an oak chest? That's, interesting. I don't know if I have any oak wood. Like, there's not oaks around here. That's really annoying that you have to have a certain type of wood. That's dark oak. I think this is spruce. And these are birch. I don't know if I have any oak wood. That is seriously a problem. Spruce, dark oak, dark oak. This could be a problem for me, guys. Spruce. Well, let's go over here and see if that really is the case. And if it is, I'm going to have to go try to search for some of that kind of wood. Annoying. So if I remember right, it went... Let's see. Let's look at that. The machine casing and then the chest. Yep, it's really saying that. Here's the chest, and here's the machine casing. Oh, good, it's working. Phew, that was really going to be annoying. Okay, fine. So then now we have that going. So now let's look at some storage disks. Storage? Disk. Okay, the 4K and the 16K, I'm not sure. Let's see, I've got glass, and I've got redstone, and I've got quartz enriched iron, so that's easy enough. let's see, a 4K storage part takes 3. Oh, I see how it probably works. Okay, so we're going to need another 4 of these basic processors, which is, okay, cool. Well, let me get everything set up real quick to make a couple of these 4K storage discs, and we'll keep going. Here's the 4K storage part. Good. So then I should be able to make the 4K storage disc. Ooh, I need to get a little bit more redstone. Why? No. Somehow I managed to get one stuck inside the chest. I'm not entirely sure how I managed. Quit. That is so annoying. Okay, so some more redstone. Good. And come back over to here. 4K storage. Add stuff. And voila. So we have a 4K storage disc. Now it really makes sense to make 3 of these so that you can upgrade to a 16K storage, because it's pretty much like getting a 4K storage for free, which is pretty cool. But for now, let's take, and I stuck the drive up under here, let's take the storage disk and put it in up here. Oh, there it goes. That was weird. So now in here, I ought to be able to put, yeah, some stuff. Cool. Shift right click only takes out half the stack. That's odd. Okay. Alright, cool. So now I at least ought to be able to throw in all of this stuff here into that. Let's do that real quick, because then we can just search out everything we need and we don't have to continuously you know, search for stuff. There was something I wanted back out of that, though. What was it? This flower pouch. I know I want that in my inventory. But I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. I'm just going to throw everything I have and pretty much all of these storage things that I've got going into our system here. I've barely started to move anything, and I'm already at 3.4K out of 4K, so I really am going to need to make some more of these. Now, what happens, since I need this 4K disc in order to make the 16K, what happens if I take this out to use it to craft? This is 0 out of 0, and 0 stuff. Oh, but I think it's all stored on this disk, right? Like, oh yeah, okay, so you just put it back in there and there it is. Okay, so why don't I go ahead and make another 2 of these 4K storage disks. So here's the 16K storage part, so then all I need to do is make the 16K storage disk. Sweet. That ought to be a pretty significant storage upgrade for us there. Let's take that out, access this, throw in the 16. There, now we have 20K storage. Wow. Alright, let's put this back where it goes, and I'm going to finish clearing out all my chests. I'm finishing up moving the last of what I have stored in that room and filling the room up with dirt so that it doesn't exist anymore, but I need to fill in this here, and I think it's, what do I need? Yep, I need an alabaster brick. So there's one right there. Cool. Put those on my hotbar, and that ought to finish up with my storage. There, so that no longer exists. All of those chests have been moved, and it's all in here now, and we're using up about half of our storage between that 4K disc and that 16K disc. So that's pretty cool. I want to fill up the rest of this with machines that I need. This is that metallurgic infuser that I had out there. I moved it in here. So I have room for 1, 2, 3, 4 more machines around this that I can use for, you know, whatever it is that we're going to be working with. And this is now fully set up to be able to craft and store all our stuff, which I think is pretty darned exciting. And I think that is probably going to be it for this episode. I'm not sure what the time is looking like, but it's probably close enough. So pretty cool. I hope you guys have enjoyed hanging out with me in this episode and setting up my little inside of my base here to be actually usable. In the next one, I'm not entirely sure which mod I'd like to tackle next, but I'll probably figure that out. Sorry about not letting you guys know prior. But yeah, and I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I really appreciate you hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!